Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, LeBlanc. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Operating from the gun. LeBlanc. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw. LeBlanc. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, LeBlanc. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 1st down, Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Ajayi. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. To throw, it's Wentz. Completes it to Ajayi. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
81.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he's flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They run with Ajayi. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
82, 82.
Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now, Barney. Now, let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
On 1st down, LeBlanc. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man. Complete. Hill shedding the tackle. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Clark to throw on second down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Gone.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on second down. Clark. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw on second down. LeBlanc. And Brown's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower. Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Clark now throwing to start the drive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing again. Clark drops it off to Ajayi. A beautiful spin and room to run. Ajayi's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ajayi, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Chiefs now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. LeBlanc. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. LeBlanc buying time to his left. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun, LeBlanc, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey!
Now Clark, operating from the gun. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Clark to throw. Looking to throw on second down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back
To throw on second down. LeBlanc flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. LeBlanc. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
A give to Jones. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Detroit. Gone.
Looking to throw on second down. LeBlanc is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, LeBlanc. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Check. 53 flight. Check. 53 flight.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Clark from the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. And the kick by Elliott is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So we've reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This is Ajayi. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Clark on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Gun! Set!
Back to throw. Clark. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get happy if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant, A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw. LeBlanc. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Clark now throwing on first down. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again, Clark. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone, 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 gone.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw. LeBlanc. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Hey, hey, hey. We got 4.
Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
looking to throw. LeBlanc, a dump underneath to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Detroit!
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Gun!
Off play action. LeBlanc steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Operating from the gun. LeBlanc on target over the middle to Hill. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, LeBlanc. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
through, and he's got space. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, LeBlanc. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll run it with Jones. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And shedding through the tackle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down, LeBlanc. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They juked him, and now running right through it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now Clark, operating from the gun. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Clark to throw on 1st and 10. Ertz over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
Operating from the gun. LeBlanc. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Clark on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Throwing on first down. Clark. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Everyone's got four down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's Clark. Going to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Past the 20. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Clark now throwing on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Clark. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the deep...
And oh, it's blocked. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, your defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Kansas City, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, get the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that cost. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the.